Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. Sometimes the thing breaks and then you ask yourself, is it what we're expecting? But this is it. Ole, 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 ole. And that is the breaking news because we are hearing that Manchester United is saying it is time for us to part ways. We've been on this journey for a few years now, but it's like, our destination, seemed not to be the same. What we thought, or where we thought we're heading to, is not where we are right now. So let us shake hands and say goodbye. So for the club legend, for the man who scored that iconic winner in 1999, I think I remember that day because that was the 26th of May, 1999 at Camp Nou that he did after Sheringham has drawn United level to win that Champions League. The one we call the baby-faced assassin, the man who comes off the bench to score 4 goals for United. Now, that was his playing career. But in the managerial career, he could always do it. He went there. It was just it was always a case of almost. He never actually got a trophy, got to the final, got to second in the league, but that is all it was, and nothing to show. The club also backed him up, they were with him, backed him up financially, backed him up, gave him time. He was, of course, he has a DNA. And then also, that class of 92, that team that he met, that team that said that this is when United want to speak, they speak through the class of 92. They were with him till the very end. But then the straw came in. Losing 5-0 to Liverpool at home wasn't the best you can think of. Because when Sir Alex Ferguson came, he said, you are at 18, and I am, we are there at 7, but I'm going to knock you off that perch. And he did it. Got there and went to them, and went there with 1919, and United, solely got onto the 20th, league titles. So to lose 5-0 to Liverpool at home, at Old Trafford, was not thought of. To lose 2-0 again, at that same place, to Manchester City, their arch rival, was not what they thought of. And then what happened again? This was the little straw that just broke the camel's back, losing scandalously to Watford. It was not what it is. The players said, we don't know what we're doing on the pitch, and then it was time for the club to say, thank you, Ole. Probably go back, go and refresh. You did well at Molde. We thought that was a preparatory ground for you to come to Manchester United and get some result, but it didn't happen. So Ole is out. For them, hash Ole out. This is the deal. And then let's see who takes over. Probably Carrick and Fletcher will be the temporary. We can see if we are going to get a statement, a club statement announcing this, and we shall give that to you, as we are following this breaking story. It is Channel Sport on Sunday, we're supposed to start today because it is exactly 365 days to Qatar 2022. It will start on November the 21st, 2022 till December the 18th, 2022. That tells you when it ends, where by the time it ends on the 18th of December, I mean, you ask yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will be 7 days to Christmas. And that's what we're talking about. That's why we say this is the Christmas. Are you spending your Christmas in Qatar after the World Cup? Do you went back or you come back home to do that? It's going to be in winter. It's going to be in winter in other places. But in Qatar, there will be air conditions right there in the stadium. A lot is happening. It is the World Cup today countdown on 365, like we said, which exactly a year to the World Cup. It is 49 days to AFCON in Cameroon, starting on January 9th to February the 6th. So that is 49 days to AFCON, 365 days to Qatar, and that is what we are looking at. But we have greater stories. We have greater things to talk about. I hope we can come to you because we also have some live shows, going along while this show is on. So 13 countries have qualified so far for the World Cup. And then in Africa, 10 has qualified for the final round, which was what we were talking about last week. So we shall look at those. Then in Nigeria, the issue is why United have sacked Ole, General Tro, to go or not to go. And then we shall also look at the team because there are 2 pots for the 10 teams that will be there, that qualified for the final playoff. Which team out of the other 5 do you want us? Do you prefer the Super Eagles to face in home and away in order to go to qualify for Qatar 2022. Alexander Zverev earlier yesterday night, not evening, sent out Djokovic. It was supposed, I thought, some of us thought it was going to be Medvedev taking on Djokovic in the finals again, but it was not to be. The young Turks are arriving, and they are sending the old bones away. We all know that Federer might not be ready. Federer is actually out of Australian Open and might not make it to Wimbledon because he's not too sure of his fitness as at then. He would have recovered from his surgery and see how he will be fit for Wimbledon. So he's almost calling it a day. Nadal has been off and on. Murray has come back, but of course physically he's back, but mentally I don't think he's at that stage where he claimed to be the world #1. So we shall look at that. We shall also talk a little of motorsport. What happened in Brazil was not unheard of. To have a 15-grid penalty, 10-5, and still win the race, and that is what it is. But today in Qatar, it will be Hamilton taking on Verstappen, 14 points separating the two top runners. But then I want to start with the Catalan because as some are going, others are coming. It was a good homecoming for Xavi right there at Camp Nou yesterday. They said when Johan Cruyff started his first match for Barcelona, it was against Espanyol. It was a local derby, and this man is starting a derby. He has won that derby. Is he going the Johan Cruyff way? Let us hear from him. Tio, you're welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, viewers. Good to be on the program again. Well, okay, I'll start with Xavi because you pushed me in that direction. I wanted to actually start with Ole, but...
No, go ahead. You can start, yeah.
And Xavi Hernandez, coming all the way from our side, former Barca legend, back in the club. A lot of people complain about the fact that one thing that was lacking in this current Barca team was discipline. A number of players doing what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it, And he came and he gave them more or less like a 10 commandments.
Yeah.
He gave them his rules and regulations.
Yes, I think I saw that.
I remember in his first day of training, the training was scheduled to start for 8:30, and Ousmane Dembele got to the training 3 minutes late, and he was penalized and he didn't train with the team on that day. And the following day, Dembele was at training very early again, and it shows that Dembele has always had this discipline problem right from when he moved to Barcelona, So these are some of the things that he wants to correct. And in his first game yesterday against Espanyol, a local derby, like you rightfully said, Barca were, well, not the kind of football we've seen them play under Pep Guardiola, and Luis Enrique when they won the treble. But we saw them play football that was at least endearing to the eyes. The ball possession, the way they went about their attack, the coordination in the midfield, Busquets and Piqué taking instructions from the bench. You could see the interaction. It's not unlike what we saw with Ronald Koeman, a dull Barca team with all the stars on the pitch, and then they can't perform. But yesterday was a very, very good one for Barcelona, and hopefully to be the signs of good things to come. And from one legend to the next legend, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ironically, it's the player that had been on the bench that everybody had been clamoring for Ole to play all this while. Ended up scoring the last goal
for him.
Donny van de Beek.
Yes.
A lot of people have been complaining that Van de Beek should get more playing time since he moved from Ajax. He hasn't been playing as much and all of that. But yesterday he was on the pitch, but I think just a series of unfortunate events led to bad yesterday, And then there was a tweet, me and my son on social media, and he talked about the fact that the United board deliberated for 5 hours to consider sacking Ole.
Yes.
So someone responded and said, "Oh, so you mean Man U lost by just 1 goal? He will still be there because they have been clamoring Ole out for the past 1 or 2 seasons." And then usually we have come to see something from the press where players like Pogba will always be blamed for matches whenever Man U lost a game or Fred. But neither of them were on the pitch yesterday, and somehow Man U still failed to win. I saw Harry Maguire to a large extent. I don't know why he's still the captain of Manchester United. That was totally uncalled for yesterday. And then the red card, Emmanuel Dennis. On the other hand, it was an Emmanuel Dennis show.
Yeah.
Because, scoring and then providing the assist. So I think...
2 assists and a goal.
Yeah, 2 assists and a goal. So for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it wasn't meant to be the whole world. Or maybe, yes, a club legend coming back home after his heroics in 1999 under Sir Alex Ferguson will come back and lead Man U to the promised land. But it wasn't meant to be. So we're looking towards the next manager coming into Manchester United, which I think is one of the toughest jobs in football at the moment.
All right, one of the toughest jobs in football. I know even why he said they deliberated for 5 hours. before they even then they didn't come to
They didn't still come to an agreement.
An agreement. They still say let us still wait, and then no, it was quite painful because here is a club legend. Here is a club that everybody loved. Yeah, I mean his personality.
Yes.
I mean the first thing you will see that Manchester United will lose to Liverpool, and then the fans we see he's still going to sign autograph.
Yes, yes.
There was never that.
Well, it's, while some people find that sweet, if you want to put it that way, some fans didn't really like it because they expected this warrior mentality, whereby you lose a game and you beat yourself up over it. You go back,
which was what Ferguson used to do.
I mean, exactly. Yeah. Like, why will I lose a game and start shaking everybody and fight, So it was, and I remember I got a red card. I was going out, and there was a high five between the coach and the manager yesterday. So all of these things.
Probably that is his way.
His personality.
You understand? Wenger has never vented his plane on any of his players.
No, not even on the pitch. Like a certain Portuguese player.
So no matter what it is, he will still, cordon, and when he goes by, he can talk to them like it's a father figure. I think everybody has their style, on how they manage managerial styles, even whether it is a football or in a workplace or even in a family setting. There is always that, some have the laissez-faire, some have the authoritative hand, some say, okay, fine, a democracy. Let us hear from everybody. How do we go about it?
Someone like Antonio Conte, for one, that he's the no-nonsense guy. He comes on and then he says it as it is. That's all like Pep Guardiola. We don't really talk much, but you just discover that when it's time to select players, you will see your name. You will see your name on the list.
In fact, I think at a party the issue had with Zlatan, he wasn't even talking to him at all. He just ignore you.
At the point that time, he would say he threw something at him in the dressing room, and he just saw him. He don't walk past. The same thing happened with Yaya Toure. He finally spoke up and said Toure's agent should apologize to him. So and it be different managers, but then again, everything rises and falls on.
The important thing is results.
Exactly, the results.
No matter what you do, if you are getting the result, nobody is going to.
Nobody will come for you.
They will seldom send you out when you are successful.
Exactly.
And when you met your target, and that is why before we go, that is the next one we're going to. Genet Rohr. Genet Rohr is like that bone when you are eating a bar and the thing is there in your throat and you don't know what to do about it. Because one, after Russia 2018, they went on to renew his contract. And I remember this, I think this FA is very, very smart. I like what they do. Because they will now put themselves in a quagmire, then they will now look for sympathy from Nigerians and say, it is what you people want. And then when they take that decision, they will not go ahead to go and do that. Because people say, look, the performances of Super Eagles has not been encouraging and inspiring. And then this was the direction they want to go. But like I said earlier, the truth is the man who leads the FA has that mentality. And whether it is right or wrong, it's not for me to say here. But that is mentality that he needs a foreign coach. Even the moment and that was his first thought, that was the comment he made.
The way he decided
to go. So there is looking inward, even when he went to bring in Olise as the Pep Guardiola, other things were just second thought and the rest of them all. Because, I mean, that was why, Keshi has to leave. So, but he was pummeled into say, okay, look, we have some legend, we have players who are, are recognized in FIFA, who have also coaching everywhere. Can you bring them in? We have the experience. So basically, that is what it is. So it has always been look forward because you are coming from a Rohr that was sacked by Burkina Faso, that was sacked by Nigerian Republic. I mean, so for goodness sake, what is it? What was it bringing?
What had changed between then and now? Exactly. And then like you said, you talked about Russia and you talked about the last Nations Cup as well. We have not seen an upward progression. As far as the Super Eagles is concerned, you've seen national teams stick with their coaches. We saw the German national team. We are seeing the French team now with the Deschamps. From the World Cup, they're able to make it to a Nations League final. It's been an upward progression. Yes, you might not necessarily win all the tournaments, but when you step on the field of play and everybody's rallying behind you because they know that, yes, this team will go out there and give their all because they're led by a manager that is tactically astute and he knows what he is doing. But with General Rohr, to be sincere, again, I have watched the Super Eagles play multiple times, and for the first time in a very long time, Nigerians don't even seem interested in watching the Super Eagles play anymore. You don't talk about the Eagles are playing. Oh, okay, there's a match today. Oh, all right. And like, it wasn't always like this. People look forward to seeing these boys play. And right now, we have some of the best players in the world, at least in their positions, playing across Europe, in the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
And then he is, like we said, he is the longest-serving Super Eagles coach in history.
Of all time.
Of all time.
No, come on.
As at August, he overtook Westerhoff as the longest-serving coach. And that was the Westerhoff that, was playing, football. They were afraid of Nigeria when he was there.
And I still ask the question, okay, why aren't you looking inwards? A colleague put it on social media recently and said, name a coach that someone asked a question, said, name a coach that had done better, that left the Eagles better than he met it. And someone came and said, Shoaibu Amadu, which was not a lie, because every time he came into the team after he had taken over, he will leave them in a better state than he had.
Keshi spent just 2 years and won
with home-based players, for that matter.
We are talking about somebody going to the sixth year on the job, and he's still saying he's building his team. His team is young. He have a young team.
A young squad.
He have a young.
We'll still go back to
get another young squad. So, but basically, the thing is this: is the FA that employed him.
Yes.
It is the FA that signed the contract, and if the FA wants to sack him, don't bring Nigerians into this. Yeah. Look for the money, because when it is not even costly. What they are there, from what I gathered, the man goes home. He took a pay cut from $55,000 to $45,000 for the new contract, and then he also there is no bulk payment. If you sack him without any reason, just want to terminate the contract, you pay him till the end of December 2022. That is his salary. So go and look for $45,000 in 1 year plus the outstanding you are owing. You have not settled that, and pay him off. And whatever it is, as Ole has been sacked, nobody's going to discuss whether we are going to look for money, whatever. You pay him off. That in terms of the contract. Even if he has not performed, they will pay him. But that is a contract. So that is basically what it is. Okay. Let's come back. Because we're talking about Qatar 2022, and we said 13 nations have qualified. Can we have those 13 countries that have gone have already qualified for the World Cup, so that we can look at it there? Like we said, we told you last week, we about 6 last week, but right now we have, I think, 7 have joined them. Yes. Those are these ones are not. This is the playoff. I want the ones that have qualified for the World Cup. Yes. This is the playoff. This is
exactly.
This is
from South America. We have Brazil and Argentina. So we'll be seeing Lionel Messi at another World Cup.
Yeah, and then...
okay, now in Europe, we saw Belgium, the golden generation. Everybody's asking if Belgium can go on and do it again. And then Croatia, Denmark, England, France, Germany, Serbia, Spain, Switzerland, and the Netherlands?
Yeah, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Okay, these are the teams from Europe that's qualified, and then so like from South America we have Brazil. Brazil have qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
This is the 22nd time.
Yes.
They have been to all the World Cups.
They've not missed a single edition.
They didn't miss a single edition.
Yes.
And then when you go over, they look at Argentina. Argentina is going for the 18th
time. Yes.
For the 18th time. Now when you come to Europe, Germany is going there for the
20th time.
For the 20th time.
Although at the point they were going at not East and West, Germany.
I mean, West Germany qualified. So we took the West Germany. Also East Germany qualified. Okay. There was a World Cup that both of them actually they were all there. But then take it as West Germany. But so the Germans have been there 20 times. France. France 16, England 16, Spain 16. So watch this thing. Brazil has 5 World Cups. Yes. So you can see that. So we're expecting Italy to come in. Germany has 4 World Cups. Yeah. Are you seeing?
Yes.
Then all those teams on 16. Argentina has 2 World Cups. They're on 18.
Yes.
Those on 16. Okay.
France has 2.
France.
They won in 98.
France has 2. Yeah. Then there's Spain and England has one each, 1966, and then 2010 in Africa. Yeah. That Spain picked it up. So you can, when you just move from there, you go to Belgium. Belgium has been there 14 times. Yeah. Serbia actually have qualified for 3 times as a nation. But when they were in Yugoslavia and Montenegro, they were there 10 times. So when you add that together, that's where you're having 13 times that the Serbians have been there. Switzerland have gone there for 12 times. Netherlands. 11
74 and 78 finals.
Yeah, of course, back-to-back finals.
Losses, yeah.
Okay. Denmark has been there 6 times.
6 times, yeah.
Croatia 6 times. and Qatar.
Qatar will be.
They are going. They are qualifying for the first time, and they're qualifying as a host nation. I think there are some nations that did that too. I think Uruguay for the first World Cup, they qualified as host nation, and then when it came to Europe, and France has to go there. France also qualified there as a host nation before they went to defend it. So basically, those are the things. We also have some host nations that have won it. But qualifying for the first time as a host nation is Qatar. Probably this is an opportunity that they are facing. So let's go back to the other slide that we saw earlier. The 10 teams that are going from Africa. The teams are going for Africa, and they are seeded. They are seeded. This is not the seeding. I thought we were supposed to have it in the seeded.
And then the seeded teams here are Senegal, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Nigeria.
So that is what we want to have, so that we can ask our viewers, from the choice of what they want or the choice of what they want to take. Those are the things that went there, but we have the seeded teams. And Nigeria. Those are the 5 teams. So
the unseeded teams are Egypt, Cameroon, Mali, Ghana and DR Congo. So out of that 5 is where we expect one of them to play the Super, play the Super Eagles, and then the draw we hold on December the 18th, while the playoffs have been set for March. Okay, so these are the top seeds, and this is Nigeria. Nigeria will not play any of these teams. Nigeria will not play Senegal. Nigeria will not play Morocco. Nigeria will not play Algeria or Tunisia. Nigeria will not play any of these ones. But it is at the bottom 5. That is the next set of teams. So we are going to have that. So by the time if we open the lines and we can get through to you, you let us know which of those teams you want Nigeria to play. That is between Egypt, Cameroon, Mali, Ghana and DR Congo. So basically, those are the teams that we are going to. So let me take that from you. Which of these countries do you want Nigeria to face? Okay, historically, I wouldn't want us to play Egypt.
Okay.
I wouldn't want us to play Cameroon. And then the bad blood between Nigeria and Ghana, at that point, you wouldn't even name one team is seeded, Nigeria team is unseeded. Because it's always the rivalries.
It is war.
The rivalry is intense. So I wouldn't want to play Ghana. So I would be for choice between Mali and the DR Congo. Although, yes, it's not entirely up to me, but my own preference will be between Mali and the DR Congo. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it through to the World Cup. But then again, with the way the Eagles have been playing, there's no definite pattern. There's no...
if you are playing Liberia, you are afraid.
Exactly.
If you are playing
I'm not sure. At least I'm quite mature. So I used to watch the Eagles play and the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and you could hit your chest. I didn't even know much about football like I know now.
Yeah.
But you could hit your chest and say, no, these people will not beat us. No, they can't beat us because I know who I'm seeing on the pitch, and then I know who is leading the team out there. And then we are Nigeria, by the way, so we shouldn't. But with what we have now and the way the Eagles have been playing for the past couple of games, Ken, let's just say we're in God's hands. I wouldn't want us to play some certain teams, but then again, I hope we get to make it to the World Cup.
Sometimes we might even pick Egypt and win.
Might.
Yeah, the thing is sometimes when you don't give them the chance, they come out.
And they stun you.
Yeah.
They come out and they stun you.
Yeah, so if you don't give them the chance, that is what you get. Okay, what we want to do is I want to really go on a very short break, and when we come back, Channel Sport on Sunday continues. All right, here, welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday, and I tell you, breaking news, earth-shaking news. Of course, it is expected, but some are still being expected, and we don't know how it is going to pan out. Now that the exit has been made, has been announced, probably we're looking at who is going to succeed him at Old Trafford. The Super Eagles, the body language. I don't like. Ope likes that language. Body language of the FA. It's okay. We want to part ways with. Rohr, but how do we get that money from? For the $5,000 or from now till December 2022, you need to pay that off and also pay the new coach that you want to employ within that period. So it is not just paying Rohr off. You also have to do that. But from what we have gathered, Rohr has been doing his job. He's met whatever you ask him, all his targets you give to him. You ask him to qualify for the World Cup. He did that. Qualify for AFCON. But right now, the thing is, okay, take us to AFCON. don't take us to the finals of AFCON, but then AFCON is January 9 to February the 6th. So basically, we are still in November. He has submitted, from what we gathered, he already submitted a list of 40 players that will prosecute the AFCON. So he's doing his job. So if you want to sack him, go ahead. I mean, you just have to tell him why you want to sack him. Are there the terms that he, are in his contract that he has not reached? But if he has done that, we'll now know what to do. But then I'm being joined in the house by my team again. Obe, you welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ken, for having me.
Jimmy, you welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, Ken.
Some of you saw this coming, that Ole will be out.
As clear as the day. He has been saved all along by the virtue of those 30-match unbeaten run streak away from Old Trafford. So I think that was the thread that he has been clinging on. And I think this should be a clarion call for those omniscience ex-players of Manchester United who always feel they know all. No manager since Alex has been good enough until one of their own came into the saddle. And I think Ole was more of a more symbolic appointment. Ole symbolizes the crowning era of Sir Alex in '99, and that was what got him that job. And unfortunately, he could not sustain that tempo because a man can definitely not give more than he has to offer. It's been long in coming. As I said, it has only been delayed, but it could never be denied by the virtue of those blistering 30 matches unbeaten streak.
Okay, let me take it. Let me pick some of the things he said, and then you also pick from the one. Is that Ole was picked basically as a symbol, symbolizing that. But I believe Ole did coach the reserve team of Manchester United. Went on to Molde to win the league with Molde as a their first ever.
He relegated Cardiff.
He relegated with Cardiff.
He relegated a team that was already in relegation.
Exactly.
You defend Shearer that Shearer took over the same thing. He was already thinking. So he relegated Cardiff. He didn't pick Cardiff from the very beginning because we are putting the record straight. We are picking the record. No, it's not you could have record. You are like you defend. I don't want to go in there, but you defend Shearer on that same ground. So you cannot use the same thing to give one guy and the other. So we're just putting it straight. That's why I'm asking you these questions. I mean, there was a preparatory grant for him because, of course, go to coach the reserve team of Manchester United. That was the only preparatory grant that Pep got before he took, the job for Barcelona.
Definitely.
Now, of course, before he went to Cardiff, he even asked Sir Alex, and Sir Alex said, go.
Okay.
Sure, you understand. As Alex said, go and take it. He said, because this is like a poison chalice. I mean, this is a bad situation. He says, it's an experience. Go and take it. Even if you fail, the team was already going down before you got there. Right. So, but of course, he did not. So it will be on the CV that he relegated with Cardiff. That is the fact there.
Definitely.
All right. But coming down here, since Sir Alex was sacked, Moyes was sacked, Mourinho was sacked, Van Gaal was sacked. Now, for them, to me, I think Van Gaal won the FA Cup.
Yes.
Mourinho
won the Europa.
Mourinho won Europa and also the League Cup.
Yes.
You understand? Those are the okay, you're counting the competition.
He's counting a three. So Ken what's basically lacking? What's basically been lacking has been the philosophy.
As at the time all the coaches were sacked. Were they doing well?
At the time all the coaches were sacked, they were not necessarily doing well. And what was visible, what was quickly discernible to anyone that was monitoring events at that time had been the lack of playing philosophy. When Sir Alex Ferguson was there, we saw clearly what he always tried to achieve. But with all of the other ones, we nearly saw nothing. We couldn't see anything major coming from any of them. Maybe you say Moyes, if given more time, could have done a lot more with the United team. But you look at the Ole team, and it looked like it was just because of the individual brilliance of these players at times, or, the natural unction to want to win games that got them going, not necessarily because he showed himself as a super tactician. So if you are talking about the playing philosophy of this United team, you only can say that there had not really been any much improvement from what we had seen from the Alex Ferguson days right up till now. And it boils down to beyond what happens on the field. I think a lot of off-field incidents, we have that already. And when it comes to making decisions as regards players' transfers, how exactly are these guys involved? Where the board doesn't necessarily give the manager much room to be involved in getting players in at this point in time. I think it's a major issue for United to resolve.
Well, for that, even from Ferguson to Mourinho, I don't think the board has actually intervened, when it comes to
I
players.
know where Jimmy is coming from. It's just the marquee signing of Ronaldo.
Because Ronaldo,
the managers have always been responsible
for who signed. I think that is
even as regards the Lingard situation, Ole himself had to say that I've been less involved when it comes to players, I mean, you look at it. You talked about the influence. Did he say there's so? There's still the ex. Did he say so? Because I've not read anywhere he talked about. Because I know he says he's talking. Okay, we'll look for that because I've never heard him say that. What he's basically saying is he wants to talk about the results on the field and maybe not transfer talks. Yeah. We know what has happened with Pogba. How exactly has he been involved in trying to get Pogba to stay or not? He's not being.
I think for that. Most of the time, we heard him speak. It is his decision to pick who he wants and who he doesn't.
On the field. Not as regards transfers.
He met Pogba. He didn't sign Pogba. So
definitely.
I mean, of course, whether Pogba stays or not, it's not his business. He met Pogba there. He didn't sign Pogba.
And you're still going to have the United factor, the Fletcher and the Carricks of this world are still going to be very involved because he's director of football.
For that is on a temporary. For now,
he's been there.
Carrick takes over temporarily. I think they have a match in 2 days' time. They have Villarreal. They have Villarreal in 2 days' time. Okay, we'll still come to that and we shall open the line soon for those of you who are watching, because I hope the other platform will join later so that you can be part of this. So let us see from there on. Before we go to Rohr, let us move on and see what happened. Mama Lady Sundance ladies. I love this. I love history. They came from South Africa. They went to Egypt at the maiden edition of the CAF Women Champions League, and then they picked that trophy there ahead. They defeated Seconde Hasakas ladies by 2 goals to nothing in the final. So it tells you Ghana
and South Africa again.
Ghana and South Africa. I think those are the superpowers. Nigeria has been sidelined on club and on national level. We are trying to make it. And then so basically, I think the FA has. To me, this is policy in their court. Explain to us what's happening to Nigerian football. Where we are lagging behind in the main team. We are lagging behind the youth teams. We are lagging behind the female team. We are lagging behind in club football. We are not in CAF Champions League. Any of our clubs, they all went out right there. CAF Women Champions League, one we sent also, lost their first 2 matches, Rivers United. That has to do with logistics and other things, that affected them. And then so, what is the position like? But Mamelodi Sundowns have now joined Barcelona. As the only club to win both the male and female Champions League of their continents. I mean, so that tells you it is history. And you know who owns Mamelodi Sundowns. So he's putting his money where his mouth is. And we hope that probably Amosepe will take African football a notch higher the way he has taken Mamelodi Sundowns to conquer Africa. I hope he will take Africa to conquer the world.
I think that is just the big gulf between an owner administrator and an employee administrator. Because employee administrator has little or nothing to lose or gain, save for his pay. But this man, he has put his money. His mouth where his money is. So I think it's very glaring. They call them the Brazilians, the male team. You can see how they play.
Even the ladies.
Without the jersey, you can say, this Mamelodi Sundowns playing in South Africa. So, and I think getting to that level of Barcelona, replicating what Barcelona have done, I think is
Barcelona just did it this season.
They were founded in 2009. That's just 12 years ago. And I think the ladies will be getting $14,000 or so.
Yes, he promised them $14,000, $14,000 each.
And I think it's very instructive. It's a clarion call for our own administrators to find a way around making sure female football.
The 10th place match. Asfa Club of Abidjan, lost to Malabo Kings.
They beat Malabo Kings.
And that should be from Gabon. And then the Hasakas ladies from Ghana lost 0-2 to Sundowns. And then the most valuable player is Evelyn, Evelyn Kabud. She is from her, secondary Hasakas. She's the top scorer. And also the MVP, the most valuable player of the tournament.
The Mamelodi ladies, they actually didn't consider any goal.
Yeah.
All through. They didn't consider any goal.
Wow, that is the Bonfita defense. You know why I call it the Bonfita defense? Because when we used to have our own league. When our league has sponsorship, they will normally, yes. When our league has sponsorship, that was years ago. That was years ago when the league has sponsorship.
This innuendo is tough.
Yes, so you have the sponsor, top scorer, best defense, best attack, and they give them. It is not an innovation. This is 20, 30 years ago. And also let me tell you this, because some of you don't know it. In 1978, Bendel Insurance won the FA Cup without conceding a single goal from the preliminaries to the final. So
we are students of history too.
I don't know why they call it. I don't know why they call it Asana, Edo Asana.
You should be contented.
Edo United. I don't know.
It was not an happenstance for the Mamelodi guys because the male team also, they're always pulling their weight. South African representatives. I can't envisage how South African league will be in the current state of Nigerian league, whereas there will be no show
commercial exposition
over how many days, and no intention to even say, okay, the league is starting on so and so day. So no definite date for the league, and I think we'll still continue in this cognodrome we are in. And I think when the chips are down, the federation, they've not done well for Nigerian football.
Okay. All right. Let us maybe give you up to date. I hope we can have this. Give the statement to Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy can read that statement.
So, club statement on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Manchester United announces that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has left his role as manager. Ole will always be a legend at Manchester United, and it is with regret that we have reached this difficult decision. While the past few weeks have been disappointing, they should not obscure all the work he has done over the past 3 years to rebuild the foundations for long-term success. Ole leaves with our sincerest thanks for his tireless efforts as manager and our very best wishes for the future. His place in the club's history will always be secure, not just for his story as a player, but as a great man and a manager who gave us many great moments. He will forever be welcome back at Old Trafford as part of the Manchester United family. Michael Carrick will now take charge of the team for forthcoming games, while the club looks to appoint an interim manager to the end of the season.
All right, that is the club statement. Like I said, I think this must have been very difficult for them to pen writing it, because you can see that second line. They said Ole will always be a legend at Manchester United, and it is with regrets that we have reached this difficult decision. I think I will underline regret.
Yeah, I don't think this thing was difficult for them. They've had this thing. We're just waiting for when to make this statement.
When it will happen.
This statement has
it was always
there.
going to cascade to this.
They deliberated for over 5 hours and couldn't come to a decision to sack him. So you've come from the outside. I understand you guys.
Based on the result,
to you,
we saw it coming.
Yes, you see, it is like your child. The same decision you take when somebody else does something to you, it's not the same thing you take when your family member does something to you. So this is what I'm trying to point out here. It is not because of whether it is there. No United fan will be happy that the club is not doing well. But no United fan will be happy that a United
and the board work closely with him, so it will be more difficult for them.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying here. So I'm not. Just this statement has been there.
It's more about the impact of changing your mind on your store.
Guy, don't harden your heart. Calm down. Calm down. Don't harden your heart.
This thing has been drafted.
Can we open the line? It is possible. Look, we can have one or two calls to join us. I mean, I think it's a bit difficult. Okay, because let's see later on we can do that. I understand. So basically that is where we are now, and then so we shall move on from there. Let's go. Okay, the lines are open. We can still get some calls and see how we can manage that. Who do you want us to play? Is it Egypt, Cameroon, Mali, Ghana, or DR Congo? We are going to play any of them to qualify.
I prefer Mali.
You prefer Mali? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Goaf. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I hope Yola is not too cold now. Okay. He's dropped the call. All right. Okay, so that is the thing. So you guys are going.
Why should we have Rohr and Ole on the same table? We have one that has delivered, and we had one that for 3 years could not deliver.
Who has delivered?
Before you came, you were on set with you, and you said he was given a mandate. He executed those mandates, qualified for Nations Cup, qualified for World Cup, and he has done World Cup, Nations Cup.
Do you know the mandate that Manchester United gave to Ole? Look at his club statement. They said he has rebuilt.
and I'm even surprised. Okpeyemi of all people saying this, because as of last week, Okpe was busy defending Rohr based on a away record. And it's the same with Ole.
With Ole.
So
the same away record.
No.
Even Rohr's away record on neutral ground.
Oh. Ken, but honestly, because I don't want us to, I think it was Peter Obiden that said a cause and the cause.
Yes.
That is there a cause or are we the cause?
Okay.
So, because it's becoming like a cause. Every World Cup, someone gets qualified for the World Cup, and the next thing is.
All right, let's go to Ogun State. Pedro is there. Hello, P. How are you? Hello, Pedro. Hello, Pedro.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, go on.
Hello.
Hello, go on.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Fine, very fine, very fine.
I am fine.
Yeah, oh yeah, go on. Let's hear
Please,
you.
I want to contribute to this your program.
All right, go on, contribute.
Yes, about the coaches.
Yeah.
Start and the one yet to be start. If in case Don Ray start today, which of the local coaches you feel is capable to handle this team? That is one question. And the player we have now, tell me one that is fit, playing regularly for their respective team, both in Europe and local here.
Okay.
You see, by the time you are saying the coach or no coach, the players are not performing well on their own. They are not fit at all. And there's no way of comparing teams of today and those of before. Everything has changed worldwide. There are so small boys in the game. There's no minnows anymore. Among the group you mentioned now that Nigeria may meet,
yes,
I prefer the strongest among the strongest.
Egypt.
Like the Egypt. You see, to be a champion, you must beat everybody.
Abi?
Is that not true?
That's true.
So if you are looking for the small one may be dangerous more than the one you are saying they are not strong.
I agree.
So that's my contribution this morning. So please,
thank you very much.
let's think well. Before we sack a coach, let's even share the sacking of the players.
Okay. They are here. I will ask them. They will listen to you, and I'll put the questions to them. Thank you, Pedro. Pedro says 2 questions he asked. If we sack General Rohr today, first and foremost, he didn't talk about that because the FA has to look for money. Here is a coach. At the time they were owing him 8-9 months. They couldn't pay. Now, if you are going to sack him from now to December 2021 to December 2022, $45,000 every month to put it together and pay him, you are also going to pay the new coach you are going to employ. Right. But before you guys contribute to that, let us go on another short break. When we come back, we shall take this and we'll still take calls from you viewers at home. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back here to the Channel Sport on Sunday, and we're still taking your calls. Ole has been sacked. Who do you think should replace him? Should they? Or somebody said they should call back Mourinho. I don't know. But then Newcastle didn't even go when they went for the hire. So let's see what is going to happen. The lines are still open. General to sack him or not to sack him, should he stay? But we are saying that there is a conundrum there. How do you solve the problem? Because you need the money. Which is what we were saying before we went on break. The man is on $45,000 a month. If you sack him, you're going to pay him because the contract is till the end of the way if he qualifies us for the World Cup, unless it doesn't qualify us for the World Cup. But if he qualifies us for the World Cup, basically, to me, left for me, I should say, leave leave him, let him go and play the AFCON, let him play the qualifiers.
Because of what Emi was about talking about.
Tell me that is my position.
The sanctity of contract.
Yes.
We had more than enough ground to sack Rohr after Russia.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we did not sack him. And that is what the blood.
That's the problem.
God bless you.
That's the problem.
We are not looking at that issue. That this FA has been incompetent. This FA took a wrong decision and put us in this. And then they want us to solve their problem for them.
There's no basis to tell you
how are we supposed to solve the problem?
Now,
they want us to tell them to sack.
Did you raise a go for me account?
I know. We are taking us to that World Cup and not achieve anything. But I don't feel it is proper to sack Rohr now.
At this point in time,
I think we should qualify and go to the World Cup.
If they are to sack Rohr, let them bring the money from their personal pocket and sack. You know, you cannot put us in this. I'm sorry, to me, that is what I feel.
2018, we had enough ground to sack this guy.
I think there will be another argument that there is no right or wrong time to sack a coach, depending on what exactly you are trying to achieve.
There is no, I agree totally, 100%. There is no right or wrong time to sack a coach.
But to buttress what you had said as regards World Cup 2018, that was the perfect time for us to look inwards, especially because our local football had gone on the decline.
Answer the question of the last of Pedro. He asked the question. I want you guys to address that question.
Again, I will say Emmanuel Amunike seems to be the perfect choice.
Why?
We need to buy Nigerian.
Options.
We need to buy Nigerian.
What options we have? What is the only Amunike? Okay,
Emmanuel Amunike.
Name 5, 6 Nigerian.
Okay,
or 4 or 5.
I'll naturally name Emmanuel Amunike.
Yes.
I'll name Finidi.
Yes.
I'll go, shockingly, maybe Don Braye, because these are guys that already have the badges. Now, I'll go for Ubadi also. Goalkeeper's trainer, Aloyago. Those 5, within the combination of those 5, I think that we could do well. But
combination or one, who are you going to
Emmanuel Amunike, that's why I said, okay these are the names.
All
but
right.
Emmanuel Amunike has shown that he can deliver with a team like Tanzania. Then
but he took that to the AFCON and then he didn't do well.
Let's buy Nigerian.
Yeah.
Because we need a coach that will look inwards, just like Stephen Keshi did. Took 17 rookies to the Nations Cup and delivered the trophy for us. All
right, let me ask if today they were to look for money, because that is the issue here. This is step by step. I don't like jumping the gun. Just because of what the guy asked, if not, as far as I'm concerned here, it is to ask the FA.
There's still another question, the quality of the players.
The quality of the players. And then so whatever. So for us, answer his question, yes.
Last thing first, quality of the players. You just saw Taiwo Awoniyi getting that goal.
Of course, in Berlin. Only three players have scored more than him at the Bundesliga now. And you gave him 3 minutes.
For a lowly rated club.
Yes.
Now, you have Onuachu doing it on a regular basis.
Yes. Top scorer and best player in the league.
Even Moses Simon had not been really impressive.
Getting the man of the match award.
Sacking Ole.
So it's not for lack of talent.
Yes.
I think we have gone a step higher from the time Shuaibu Amadu describe our players as average players. And the crop we have now, they are a little bit
higher,
above.
Maybe not fantastic.
Average. Maybe not fantastic. But they are above average.
But you don't even need fantastic, because Rohr has been here for 6 years. This is the 6th year.
5+.
This is the 6th year. This is the 6th year.
How to know that Rohr cannot give you more than he has given you? That match against Argentina.
In-game management.
Algeria. I watched that match and see, if they have played that match from that day, 2019 till now, Eagles will not score a goal.
They will not score a goal.
So it was we had a more than enough ground to sack him. But now, as for me and my household, I don't support the sack of Gerald.
But at the end of the day, I think the odds are stacked against him. Just because even people that used to normally, go for Rohr and say, oh, let's give him some time, have become very anxious about the performance of the Super Eagles.
Giving him time has become a cliche, because after being the longest serving manager, what time again?
So, that is Jimmy, I want you to listen.
It's about the sanctity of the contract. Let's respect it.
Sanctity of the contract. Like,
yes.
I want to avoid this idea of something saying the same thing again and again, like a broken record.
Yeah.
First and foremost, like I agree with you 100%. You can sack a coach 2 days to a match. Definitely. It doesn't make any difference. We've seen coaches come to rescue a team and then collect bonuses.
Definitely.
I mean, what is his name? Moyes is expert in that. You will come in. Sam Allardyce have been doing it. They will come in and sack, pick up a coach, team, and then rescue them. So it can happen. You can also take a team 6 years and you don't know where you are going to. When Rohr, okay, let's we're in Lagos here. We have John on the line. Hello, John.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, John.
Yeah, sorry. I think the issue of Rohr should not be something that we keep on debating about here.
Okay.
Please. Because I said it some time ago that this man lost to South Africa here in stadium 2-0.
Okay.
From the way his performances have been, he doesn't he's not qualified. He's not even. He can't handle the array of stars that we have in that national team. That is just the basic truth. But truly, he loves this country. They are not paying him. Yes, he's still on the job. But this man is messing our national team. He's messing them up big time. So it shouldn't be something that we should be debating about. And the people in charge of NNF and the sport minister also, I think they should come and activate that local content and something that we should make use of our indigenous coaches. Okay, just like one of your panelists said that Hamuneke, I think, is one of the best coaches they can bring in, or it could be any of the local coaches will do better. But for Rohr, please, it's appropriate. They should do something on time and pay this man for this.
John, the issue is this. Where are we going to get the money? Even without it, they're already owing him. Now you are going to look, you are going to employ 2 coaches at the same time because the money, you are going to pay this guy till December 2022. I think about 14, 16 months because if you add one, they are owing him at that amount of money, plus the new coach you want to employ. Meanwhile, this FA is broke, as in broke. So what do you do?
Please, I don't really get that. The line is cracking a bit.
Okay, you're watching and watching. We're saying, look, the FA don't have money. They don't have the money, to pay him off. That is the issue. Okay,
fine. They don't have money, but they can still release him on the work, please. I know some of our additional coaches, they'll be able to even serve us without ever taking anything and take us to the work, please. They should release him of his job, please.
And be paying me salary.
Step aside, please. Okay. That is just the gospel truth. Let this man step aside. We are not looking for any foreign coach. Talk to any of our indigenous Nigerian coaches. They will be willing to serve, please. They will be willing to serve and take us to the World Cup, please. We have a very good squad. People that are really, win this World Cup for us at this present time. Because most of them are playing the top European Cup and scatter all over the world. They are playing fine football. And this generation know how to really put this material to good use, please.
All right, thank you, John. Thank you very much. John said we should sack. And then he said we should sack him. We should relieve him of the job and employ. My own is, like I said, I've agreed with you guys. So if you want to sack Rohr, it is not our decision here.
Definitely.
It is the decision of those who employed him, who reviewed his contract. Right. Because one, they found out he was not good enough as at 2018. That's why they had to take a pay cut. From $55,000 to $45,000. He agreed.
They were shocked. They were shocked.
He took a pay cut. They said you stay in Nigeria. They said we are going to be paying you. We are going to be paying you in naira. But they are paying him a central bank rate in naira. The man has taken all these things because it's difficult for him to even source $4 to send to his family.
No, that is not an issue. It's an expatriate. Once he has his work permit,
I'm telling you from the information. That is what when we talk here. I mean, we don't just talk. We talk because the information at our disposal, which is why what we see.
Rohr has shown he's in love with the job, but the output is what we are debating now. And like he said, we should not be debating.
Sanctity, you said so.
Yes, we can be talking about sanctity of the contract, but at the end of the day, if they have to make the FT compensation payout, let them make it. But the most important thing is we'll be clamoring for foreign-based administrators or foreign administrators if they don't go local. They don't go indigenous by employing another coach that is Nigerian.
No, Jimmy, I don't think I want to subscribe to that.
The reason why I'm saying this is because as long as you have coaches that do not have the best interest of our local league.
It's not the coaches. The league is not on. So where will
what we are saying,
exactly.
We need another restart, and the restart starts with the policy, the implementation of the policy. The sports minister has really talked about content, ensuring that so number of players are part of the Super Eagles setup. Now is the time to implement that.
That should not be. You see, understand one thing. That is the area I 100% disagree with the minister.
Yes.
Understand one thing. Mind your policy. You don't dabble even in the coach, in the employment of a coach or sacking of a coach. Let's say this call. The minister has no business getting involved in it.
Definitely.
Hello, let's Osho. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Go on. You are true.
Yes. To add to what is going on live.
Yeah.
See, Nigeria is okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very
Hello?
clear. You are very, very clear.
Okay.
Very, very clear.
Okay. And Nigeria is a place that to hire is not a problem. Talking of Nigeria. Talking of the Nigeria. Will they allow the new coach to work? That's another thing. See, I'm talking as a married man. I could remember when I was working when I was not well paid. To be realistic, I wasn't giving my best. I'm in a place that I'm well paid. I will not be looking forward to my closing time. I will be looking to what I will give that they will appreciate. I'm a Chelsea fan, but to be realistic, there are a lot of behind the scenes in Man U. Let's start to employ on merit, not on sentiment. Okay, if we get to the fact Rohr now, the only coach that I know that can give us results, can they allow them, which is Olise and Amunike.
Exactly.
You understand? They have the CV. And based on what they are doing, they qualified. And to choose who to play. If you want to win the World Cup, be ready to win anybody. You understand? So that is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think he just brought Olise into the equation. Olise was here. Olise coached the team. Like we said, his man management was what we are saying has improved on that. Yeah. He coached Sitad. And he did well. Made them promotion, whatever he did. But he said, look, I am not with the administrators. He has issues with administrators. I don't want to go your way. This is my way. When you employ a coach, are we prepared to have a coach? We are closing now. Are you prepared to have that coach and give him the free hand to say we are not? Because even with Rohr, a lot of underhand things that
for a Nigerian coach.
Yeah.
And again, I won't call Olise Nigerian. Is a Nigerian. He's a Nigerian, but not in that sense a Nigerian coach or someone like Amunike. But a Nigerian coach will be subjected to what Amadou went through. Draw in Mozambique, the late President Yadua set up a presidential task force because we drew in Mozambique, where all teams in the last 4 or 5 years have never secured a victory. So, you see, get a Nigerian coach, National Assembly will summon him, Committee on Sport, why are you playing draw? But you can't try that with someone that has another mental. You can't try that with Olise now.
Let's learn to practice meritocracy. It will help us in the sports firmament.
Okay. Let's learn to practice meritocracy. Let merit not be sacrificed in the altar of the Nigerianness. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Have a blessed Sunday.